Hello, my friend. Before we dive into today's episode, I have something I'm so excited to share with you. I have been quietly working in the background on my very first program. It is all about establishing a powerful habit so that you can live life intentionally. And I just opened up the waitlist. I invite you to click on the link in the show notes, get on that waitlist, find out all of the details, and join me. It will be so fun and so transformative. And now, your episode. Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 165. This is Monday Morning with Megan on the From Impossible to Inevitable podcast. Thank you for joining me today. I'm your host, Megan Bauer, of course. And I have a great quote for you by James Clear. He said, "We often dismiss small changes because they don't seem to matter very much in the moment." Now, I'm going to read that again, actually. Listen again. We often dismiss small changes because they don't seem to matter very much in the moment. This is how it happens, though. This is how it works. Sometimes we want these big grand events. We want these big sweeping changes. We want this big transformation. We want big. Yet, we don't actually want big, first of all, because big would freak us out. Big would shake our life. Big would be like, whoa, that was way too much, way too fast, and I'm not even ready for that. So we don't actually want big, to be honest. When we're living in this place of the small change doesn't make a difference, it's because we are staying in our comfort zone a lot. So wanting the big thing would take us out of our comfort zone very quickly, and that would leave us shell-shocked. We would not enjoy that experience at all. But making the small changes, we're even resistant to that because we're like, how does this even add up? It's going to take forever. Okay, but even if it takes a while, you'll still get there. And then once you're there, you'll be like, this is great, because you were ready for it, because you grew the whole way there. But we dismiss those in the moment because they seem so small. They seem so insignificant. Oh, what does it matter? But it matters because that's how it works. So when you're taking small steps towards a goal, when you're taking small steps towards an experience or the way you want to live life, or even, you're changing your behavior or your own habits, when you're making these little shifts, it makes a huge difference. There's, of course, that really great analogy of the plane that leaves LAX. And if they are off in their flying trajectory of just a few degrees, they won't reach JFK. They'll be somewhere else, totally off course, hundreds and hundreds of miles away, just because they were off by a few degrees, right? So the few degrees matter because it adds up. It accumulates. It's these 1% gains that end up compounding and making a massive difference. But in order to have that massive difference, you have to actually put in the 1% gains. You actually have to do the 1% in order for it to make a big difference. So the moment when you're like, it doesn't make a difference, it doesn't matter, that's actually the moment that matters. Because if you decide that it matters every single time, it will add up. I know, it will add up. So take this as your encouragement for the week, that when you are tempted to believe that the small thing won't make a difference, just ask yourself, but what if it does? What if it really will make a difference? Because that's actually the truth. The truth is it will make a difference. It might not make a difference directly today. It might not make a difference tomorrow. But if you do the thing today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, it does make a difference. Weight loss journeys are a great example for this, right? Because we know that thing, that does not happen overnight. And if it does, it's okay. There are interventions you can take, but I'm talking about losing weight in a natural exercise, eat better type of way. That does not happen overnight. And we know that it's the sustained effort. We know that we just kind of chip away at it, and then then it feels like all of a sudden you hit your weight goal when it took a year. You took a year all of a sudden, but you got there little by little by little. And of course, this method allows for some detours. It allows for some, stumbles. It allows for all of that fluctuation, but it's the consistent trajectory that makes the difference. And what adds up is the moment by moment. It's this matters now. And I'm not going to let anyone tell me that it doesn't matter. I'm not going to let anyone tell me that it's too small to matter, because it matters. That's what I have for you today. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great week. I send you all of my love. Until next time. Bye for now.